Magandang hapon, teachers. So this video will present and explain 20 Gen Ed questions na lumabas last March 24, 2024 LET examination. So rest assured, the answers will be rationalized and the correctness of answers has been thoroughly researched to provide a genuine service to you, my dear viewers. Okay, so shall we start with question number one? Okay, so what generation was born in the years 1946 to 1964 after World War II as the world stabilized and birth rates soared? A. Millennials. B. Boomers. C. Generation Z. And letter D. Generation Alpha. Okay, so here is our explanation. The answer is letter B. It's baby boomers. All right, so that is our answer. So this is our explanation. Kindly look at the illustration inserted here. So the generational breakdown are very well influenced by culture. So this breakdown follows the Western culture. Okay, so the silent generation is from 1928 to 1945, and then the baby boomers is from 1946 to 1964, and the generation X is from 1965 to 1980, and the millennials or the generation Y is from 1981 to 1996, and the generation Z is from 1997 to 2012, and generation Alpha follows, no, from early 2010 to mid 2020. So as I've have said, the breakdown of generations are very much influenced by the culture. So, according to William Strauss and Neil House, on their generational theory, there is a new generation of people every 20 years, roughly. Okay, so next is question number two. The Philippines, which is made up of thousands of islands or thousand of islands, is called blank. A. Peninsula. B. Gulf. C. Cape. And D. Archipelago. The answer is letter D. It's archipelago. Okay, so the archipelago meaning an area that contains a chain or group of islands, scattered lakes, rivers, or ocean. So, um, historically, no, in the Philippines, no, historically, um, the total number of islands in the Philippines was just 7,107. Okay, but in 2016, the National Mapping and Resource Information Authority of the Philippines announced that there is another 500 newly discovered islands. Okay, so the answer is archipelago. Next is number three, which era of industrial revolution is digital technology? A, first revolution, B, second revolution, C, third revolution, and D, fourth revolution. Okay? Ano ba yung sagot natin? It's letter C, third revolution. So as you can see in the illustration here, that the first industrial revolution is the power of steam and water dramatically increase the productivity of human physical labor. So that is the first industrial revolution. And then the second industrial revolution is the mass industrial production, electricity as the key driver. And the third revolution, which is our answer, it is the information technology or the use of computing in industry and development of personal computers. Okay, moving on to question number 4. Aside from um, the Philippines, which country claim to be part of the South China Sea? Okay, A, Vietnam, B, Korea, C, Japan, and D, Singapore. The answer is Vietnam. Okay, so kindly look at the attached map, no? So the China, Vietnam, and the Philippines occupy the most features in the contested waters, and many other claims overlap. So all three countries are expanding their presence and building military facilities of the numerous parties disputing portions of South China Sea. So the claimants that have occupied the most of its features are China, Vietnam, and the Philippines. So as you can see here, Philippines here in this side, and then Vietnam and China. All of those countries are claiming, no, to be a part of South China Sea. Number 5, the violinist who brought violin music to the masses is A. Katindig, B. Cabayao, C. Molina, and D. Chan. The answer is Cabayao. So Lopez Cabayao, a renowned Filipino devoted to bringing fine music to ordinary people. Okay, so Lopez has been honored worldwide for his violin virtuosity and using his and his family's musical gifts to touch the lives of people. Next question, question number 6. A famous quotation from Rizal was, I wish to show those who deny us patriotism that we know how to die for our country. A modern day martyr similarly said, the Philippines is worth dying for. So, sino yung nagsabi, no, that the Philippines is worth dying for, a modern day martyr as they considered him? Okay, is it A, Joaquin Roses, B, Mariano Tanada, C, Ninoy Aquino, and D, Jose Abad Santos? The answer is Ninoy Aquino, letter C. Okay, so as you can see in the picture attached, no, the Filipino is worth dying for. That is a famous message, an excerpt from the speech of Ninoy Aquino. So, Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. was the late senator who fiercely opposed the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos and whose assassination sparked the People Power Revolution of 1986. So, the person who said that the Philippines or the Filipinos are worth dying for is Ninoy Aquino. Number 7, who said art is an imitation of life? Is it A, Socrates, B, Plato, C, Socrates, and D, Mendel? So the answer is Plato. Okay, so the Plato's theory on art and imitation. Okay, so Plato's perspective that art as a shadow of reality. So the ancient philosopher Plato was one of the earliest proponents of mimetic theory. Okay, so to him, the physical world was a shadow of a more perfect abstract realm of forms or ideas. Art, therefore, was an imitation of an imitation, twice removed from the truth. Okay, question number 8. Ay nako, nagbanggaan ang dalawang sasakyan. Ay pangungusap na, take note, sa sentence or sa question, walang nilagay na exclamation point. But you can really understand that the question or the statement expresses strong emotion, right? So, ano ba yung sagot natin dito? Is it A, patanong, Ito ba ay pangungusap na pasalaysay, C, pautos, and D, padamdam? Okay, the answer is letter D. It's padamdam. So, pangungusap na padamdam ay pangungusap na nagsasaad ng matinding damdamin. Nagsisimula ito kadalasan no, ng malaking titik at gumagamit ng bantas na tandang padamdam. Okay, so kahit hindi nyo nakita yung exclamation point dyan, that still um, we can say that it is padamdam because of the statement that goes, ay nako, nagbanggaan ang dalawang sasakyan. So it's padamdam. Next, number 9, the peace agreement forged in Bohol between Legazpi and Sikatuna was known as A. Blood Compact, B. Galleon Trade, C. Union Obrera, and D. Verdadero Decalogo. The answer is A. Blood Compact. Okay? So, the Ligaspe Sikatuna blood compact or Sandugo, no, was a blood compact performed in the island of Bohol in the Philippines between the Spanish explorer Miguel Lopez de Ligaspe and Dato Sikatuna, the chieftain of Bohol, on March 16, 1565. So, this is to seal their friendship following the tribal tradition. So this is considered as the first treaty of friendship between the Spaniards and the Filipinos. Sandugo is a Visayan word which means one blood. Next, number 10, energy transfer illustrated by connecting a power bank to an active cell phone is what type of energy? A, nuclear, B, potential, C, chemical, and D, kinetic. The answer is chemical. Okay, so chemical energy is the energy of chemical substance that is released when the substance undergo a chemical reaction and transform into other substances. So some example of storage media of chemical energy include the batteries, no, food, and etc. Okay, next, question number 11. So, the Philippine president who received a Nobel Prize award was A. Ferdinand Marcos, B. Ramon Magsaysay, C. Fidel Ramos, D. Elpidio Quirino. The answer is letter B. It's Ramon Magsaysay. Okay, so the Ramon Magsaysay Award or the Filipino Gawad Ramon Magsaysay is an award established to perpetuate former Philippine President Ramon Magsaysay example of integrity in governance, courageous service to the people, and pragmatic idealism within a democratic society. So the prize was established in April 1957 by the trustees of the Rockefeller Brothers Fund based in the New York City within the concurrence of the Philippine government. So it is often called the Nobel Prize of Asia. So it was President Ramon Magsaysay who received this Nobel Prize award. Number 12, as campaign for peaceful reform was to Jose Rizal, so armed rebellion was to A. Andres Bonifacio, B. Apolinario Mabini, C. Juan Luna, and D. Graciano Lopez Haina. The answer is it's Andres Bonifacio. So the armed rebellion was to Andres Bonifacio. Okay, so Andres Bonifacio, remembered as the father of Philippine Revolution against Spanish occupation. So he co-founded Katipunan with the intention of overthrowing Spanish rule through armed revolution. So he became President Supremo at the age of 32. So when the armed revolution actually broke out a year later, his unit could not uh, do very well. So it enabled others to challenge his position, and eventually he was replaced by Emilio Aguinaldo as the president of the Philippine Republic. When he refused to accept it, he was arrested and tried for treason before being executed by a firing squad. So it was Andres Bonifacio who led no armed rebellion against Spaniards. 13, ecological niche is to habitats as protein, vitamins, and minerals are to A. Acids, B. Substances, C. Nutrients, and D. Elements. The answer is nutrients. Okay, so nutrients are chemical compounds in food that are used by the body to function properly and maintain health. Examples include the protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. So this field of study focuses on foods and substances in foods that helps animals to grow and stay healthy. So it is nutrients. Number 14, all kinds of trash continue to pollute our rivers, drainage systems, and sewers. So, a strategy that can be implemented and will be effective is blank. A. Stop trash collection. B. Fine for trash. C. Cash for trash. And D. Punishment for trash. The answer is fine for trash. Okay, so it was, no? Ang tagal na pala. It was um, implemented. It was the Presidential Decree number 825 on November 7, 1975. It is entitled Providing Penalty for Improper Disposal of Garbage and Other Forms of Uncleanliness and for Other Purpose. Okay, so let me read no the section 2 of this presidential decree number 825. It goes like this. So any person who shall litter or throw garbage, filth, or other waste matters in public places such as the road, canals, esteros, or parks shall suffer an imprisonment of not less than 5 days, nor more than 1 year, or a fine of not less than 100 pesos, nor more than 2,000 pesos, or both such fine and imprisonment at the discretion of the court or tribunal without prejudice to the imposition of a higher penalty under any other law or decree. Next, number 15, the branch of physics that deals with the transfer of energy from one place to another is A. Electromagnetics, B. Electrodynamics, C. Thermodynamics, and D. Thermostatic. Okay, the answer is thermodynamics. Okay, so the thermodynamics deals with the concepts of heat and temperature and interconversion of heat and other forms of energy. So the four laws of thermodynamics govern the behavior of these quantities and provide a quantitative description. William Thomson in 1749 coined the term thermodynamics. Okay, next number tayo. It's number 16. The science of being in their ultimate causes is A. Philosophy, B. Sociology, C. Psychology, and D. Theory. The answer is, of course, philosophy. Okay, so philosophy, it is defined as a science that studies beings in their ultimate causes. reasons, and principles through the aid of human reason alone. And when we speak of being or beings in philosophy in this context, we mean all things that exist, material or not, or immaterial. Okay. Number 17, the rider fastened well his horses blank. A. Rind, B. Rein, C. Rail, and D. Rein. The answer is Rein. Okay. So often it is a leather strap fastened to each end of a bit of a bridle by which the rider or driver controls a horse or other animal by pulling so as to exert pressure on a bit. Next, number 18, el filibusterismo is to the subversive, as a noli me tangere is to blank. A. The reign of greed. B. Touch me not. C. The Filipino youth. And D. The indolence of Filipino. The answer is touch me not. Okay, so El Filibusterismo, the Subversive, is the second novel by Jose Rizal, no, from 1861 to 1896, national hero of the Philippines. It was published in Ghent in 1891 and later translated into English, German, French, Japanese, Tagalog, and Ilonggo, and other languages. While the Noli Me Tangere, or Latin for Touch Me Not, is a novel by Rizal, our national hero, no? It was originally written in Spanish and first published in Germany in 1887. So we further compare, no, the Noli Me Tangere and the El Filibusterismo. So Noli Me Tangere is a romantic novel and the El Filibusterismo is a political novel. The Noli Me Tangere is a work of heart, while the El Feli is work of the head. The Noli Me Tangere is a book of feeling, and the El Feli is a book of thought. The Noli it has freshness, color, humor, lightness, and wit, while the El Feli contains bitterness, hatred, pain, violence, and sorrow. The Noli Mitangeri consists of 64 chapters, while the El Feli consists of 38 chapters. 19. Rizal studied medicine because he wanted to treat his mother's failing blank. A. Memory. This is memory. Yeah, this is memory. B. Mobility. C. Hearing. And D. Eyesight. So the answer is eyesight. So Rizal studied medicine because he wanted to treat his mother's failing eyesight. So this is the picture of Jose Rizal's mother, no? Teodora Alonso Realonda y Quintos. So Rizal Rizal was inspired to study ophthalmology by his mother's failing eyesight and his desire to help her. So Rizal first studied the eye under the famous French ophthalmologist Louis de Wecker during 1832 to 1906. 20, the last number, Sistine Chapel is to Michelangelo, as the Last Supper and Mona Lisa is to blank. A. Van Gogh, B. Raphael, C. Da Vinci, D. Donatello. The answer is Da Vinci. So Sistine Chapel is to Michelangelo, as the Last Supper and Mona Lisa is to Da Vinci. Okay, so this is the painting, no? Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. So Leonardo da Vinci may be best remembered as an artist with his enigmatic Mona Lisa and his fresco, no? The Last Supper, the ranking among the world's most famous painting by the this art, no? This art here, it was the famous artwork of Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. All right, so that would be all. This is just the first part, no? There will be plenty of questions. Um, following this video. Okay, so this is the questions na lumabas noong March 24, 2024 that examination. Okay, so by the way, thank you so much for tuning in, for having me here. I hope that you get something in here that you can use, no, when you answer the questions on the upcoming let examination that will be held on September this year. Okay, so thank you so much, and God bless us all.